Damn. Shit, that took long enough. Now, I wonder where the chat at? I can't, can I see the chat? How do I see the chat? Include voice chat. Well, yo, what's up? What's good, everybody? Everyone watching right now. Yeah, so this is my first stream. My last one, I just kind of was trying to work out the kinks. I never streamed on my PS5 before. So, just had to figure out how this shit works. Whoop. So, the president of this, no, I don't want to be in a mic. I don't want to be in that motorcycle game. Let's see here. Turn this shit off. So yeah, y'all know what it is. As per usual. Hold on, let me pull up the YouTube on my phone so I can see y'all when you're chatting. On my phone so I can see y'all. There we go. Yeah, so got the live chats opened. But yeah, I'm just chilling out, y'all. Just kicking it on a Thursday evening, relaxed, rejuvenated, ready for, Friday. Frankly, ready for the weekend, real talk. I ain't gonna front. Just ready for the motherfucking weekend. So, let's see if I got any cars up in here. See if there is a car. Gotta handle business. So really, Grand Theft Auto just turned into like a whole it's just like it went from a fun game where all you do is run around and kill people to a game where you got to keep up all your businesses so you earn as much money as possible. So that's what the fuck Grand Theft Auto turned into. But today I was listening to my old podcast. I normally don't listen to my own stuff because frankly I don't like I don't like listening to my own voice. But I did a podcast before Men Like Us called Trans Talk for Men, and I listened to the very first episode of Trans Talk for Men that we put out, and it was funny, it was interesting, it was entertaining. I found it very funny, and it's definitely crude. It's for the guys. It's not really anything that's all that PC in a sense. It's just two guys just kicking it and talking about whatever. So it's definitely cool. I would recommend any of you guys or ladies to check this out. It's definitely not new. It's old. It's from like 2017. So all I can say is understand that there's been significant growth and change over that period of time, but outside of that, yeah, it was just a fun show. I really enjoyed it. It was a show. It was like a guys kind of show. It was definitely a very lowbrow, and I think the show had its place as lowbrow entertainment, and it didn't deal with trying to deal with high-minded ideals and conversation. We weren't talking about trans. Well, the term transamorous didn't even really exist for us at that point. Trans attracted was something that we knew of. But it was definitely fun. So, I don't know, just simmering on that shit. And then I guess I can share something else tonight. Because I work for Fox. And, Fox has this side brand called Fox Soul. And Fox Soul is, the black streaming channel that Fox put out. So there is a black trans show in there called the T.S. Madison Turned Out with T.S. Madison, something like that. So, with T.S. Madison, doing whatever she does on her show. But there was essentially what happened today was there were rumors online started up on like Reddit, 4chan, and other like blog sites about the shooter or the young person who shot all those kids and the teachers at that elementary school in Texas. There was rumors that individual was trans. And, turned out that was not completely true. And but so then we wanted to like talk with women in the community to talk about like how damaging some of these like rumors, internet rumors can be, and just how dangerous this stuff can get when people are ascribing certain like negative stereotypes to the trans community. So I went and got this one lady to do it, but and getting her to appear on Fox Soul, I had to kind of talk her into it. And when I first started talking to her, she actually believed that the shooter from the Texas school shooting was trans. And because of that, she was like, well, I'm not going to do the interview. I'm not going to talk because I don't want to speak on that and speak out against one of my sisters and this, and this. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Speak out against one of your sisters? Like, I don't know. It seemed like some real crazy bullshit to me because I'm like, this motherfucker just shot like 18 people. This motherfucker just shot, 12.5 kids and 2 teachers. And you're sitting there talking about the sisterhood and that's my sister and I'm not going to speak on it. And I'm like, yo, are we fucking for real? Right? Is this how far this bullshit goes? Really? Like, it was just like, I feel like in certain things, we just continue to reach parody levels of ridiculousness. Oh, I guess I don't have a spin. Whoops. But it's like we're reaching parody levels of ridiculousness, and it's just like, what the fuck? I just don't understand how somebody be like, yeah, I'm a content creator in this community, this, and this, and because this person is trans, I won't say nothing. I don't care if they murdered a bunch of children. They're still my sister, and I'm not going to speak against them. It's like, really? Really? I don't know. I feel that I just see it as absolutely crazy and ridiculous. These things don't make sense to me. But I understand community and defending trans women because there's so many people that won't defend them. There's so many people that will exploit and reinforce negative stereotypes and all that kind of shit. But I just found that to be just one of the craziest fucking things in the world. Didn't make any sense to me. And this is an alleged quote elder at least in the urban trans space, which, if you haven't heard me describe what the urban trans space is to me, I use that term urban trans space for Black and Latin. What's the problem? Hit a ceiling if you want to invest. What are you talking about? I don't know which business he wants me to invest in. Anywho. So yeah, it was just crazy that like an elder in the community was like, I won't speak out against this trans person. And I'm like, yeah, but this trans person shot up a school. Like, huh? So then to get her to do the interview, I had to like send her a bunch of articles proving that it was like bunk and it was fake. And somebody actually, people on the internet did take the picture of a trans woman and try and said that was the shooter when it clearly was not. So, it was definitely fucked up that they did that. But, that's why, at least I get on the internet and say, hey, don't believe these rumor blogs. Don't believe any of that crap. Like, only use verified, credible news sources. And, the credible news source in this case was NBC News. Where am I going here?
So, you could...
Oh, thank God. I do not want to have to go back to that bar and beat up people. So that was my meth lab. It looks like Breaking Bad because it's dope. But yeah, I'm just getting supplies. I'm stealing supplies so my meth lab can have, supplies to make more meth. So I can continue to sell drugs to the community. Because, I don't know, why not? But anywho, yeah, that's all I got, y'all. I'm just bullshitting here, just kicking it. If any of y'all, got something y'all want to discuss or talk about in the news, I'm with it. Yeah, this bike is legit cheat codes all day. I just set up. I don't even have to like worry about getting shot. It's fucking great. Looks like it was a bunch of like dirty, well, not dirty, but just a bunch of bikers. So, no harm, no foul. But anywho, Yeah, that's all I really, that's the main thing was just that people trying to say that the shooter from that school shooting was trans when it clearly wasn't. But the internet has all sorts of rumors, and these things get started on, sites like Reddit and 4chan, which I never really got into 4chan. I don't use 4chan. I don't think I ever really figured out how to use 4chan well. But one of my buddies swears by it. He loves it. He thinks it's the craziest shit in the world. So I don't know. Fucking crazy. Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm being boring today. I just thought I would try out the streaming thing, and I'm gonna try and figure out how to get some of my buddies in here so we can all like kind of just kick it and talk and chop it up on some different shit. Cause I'm definitely gonna bring back more guys on the Men Like Us podcast. If you look back when I first started the Men Like Us podcast, there were a lot of guys on there. I had a different cast of characters every week. And, it just became tiresome to try and coordinate that with so many men because, frankly, I just had way too many no-shows. Like the disappointment of dealing with all the people that, oh man, I forgot. I can't make it for your show, this, and this. Like, that's why I stopped having more men on the show because the point of the Men Like Us podcast was really to show the faces of men and get people to see oh shit. Well, this sucks. To get people to see, what men, I guess, introduce the world to the men that engage with transgender women openly, and kind of break down certain stereotypes as well, because there's a lot of stereotypes about guys who deal with trans women, essentially, I guess the stereotype would be, an out of shape, overweight, nerd guy, socially inept that's, living in his mom's basement. Like, it was even crazier is, this is kind of like I'm sorry. It's a stereotype that's even been pushed by the girls. But yeah, Liberty, believe it or not, I had Tristan scheduled for the show. I had him scheduled for the show. He agreed to come on the show, and then he just completely ghosted it. Like, he completely flaked on me. So I would love to have him on the show, but you only got to burn me once to get me to not come around and ask anymore. So that's essentially what that was. I did have Tristan booked for the show. I promoted it, special guest, all this stuff, and it just, didn't pan out. So, but yeah, I mean, so when Tristan didn't come on the show, and for those of you that don't know who Tristan is, oh shit. Tristan is the guy who did that TikTok about I don't know, what was it? What was it? Sucking a trans woman's dick or something like that. Essentially, he was just unapologetic, and the shit went viral. And he went viral. The girls made him go viral. The girls, trans women shared that shit, put it out everywhere. And it was just a whole thing. And, it was all okay until, the girls do what the girls do and they get confused about what they want out of men, and it was just a whole thing. All the girls loved him, and then they were like, oh, actually, we need you to be an advocate, and you have to be this, and you have to be that. And he was like, that young man did not sign up for any of that bullshit. He didn't sign up to be an advocate. He was just a guy that did a TikTok video. And he did want to be an ally, but then the way the community works is, well, you have to be an ally the way that we say you have to be an ally. And if you want to do it your own way, that's not valid. And, eventually he was just, the young guy ended up being confused because he just ran into a lot of contradictions and bullshit in this space. And it was one of those situations where he just had no idea what he was getting himself into. and he was being like, you know, a good human and be like, oh wow, like I'm getting all this attention, I'm getting this following. Okay, ladies, like, what do I do? Like, I want to be an ally, I want to be, you know, I want to help represent this and this. Like, help me understand what I should be doing. And then it was just everybody jumping in with their bullshit ass, you know, opinions. Mostly based, mostly, you know, most of those opinions were based on bullshit from those girls on, you know, dysphoria and shit. So, like, the fact that, you know, they came to this dude with all these respectability politics about how he should be doing, and either way, girls got upset. And then, I thought he was trolling. Yeah, you know what? Me too. Well, I'm not gonna say I thought he was trolling, but I was just like, you know what? I thought the whole video was a setup. I thought the whole video was a troll. So I thought the whole video was like, you know, it was a setup, and you know, they got this guy who's crazy enough to say that he would do it or he has done it, and he doesn't care. Like, you know, because a lot of those prank videos are very like transphobic, and they do that shit in that way, like they're just really insensitive. Yeah, it's like exactly, it's like a college frat guy, you know, dare. So that's what it seemed like to me, because I've seen those pranks where it was like a cis girl and she's got like a dildo on under, or she's wearing something, or you know, a little ball pops out of her shorts, or whatever else. Like, it's that kind of BS. And you know, it's like they're on the beach and the guys get fooled, and you know, it was all that kind of shit. So I've seen that happen quite a bit. And so that's what I really thought it was. I just thought it was a setup. But then, you know, it turned into something, and really the whole thing was really silly and dumb, and I was happy to just let it go by and not say shit about it. But then once people started shitting on this dude, once the girls started shitting on him for creating a brand on the backs of the girls and all this other shit, I had to say something, because all these dick hungry motherfuckers were the ones that made him famous in the first place. You liked him because he was young, had a six pack, in shape, not a bad looking guy, and you went fucking crazy for him because you're dick hungry. But it was like, oh, he's doing this, and victim. It's like, no, motherfucker, you can't have it both ways. You can't fetishize young men and give them clout and give them a platform and then be mad that they have one. So, like, the girls made him famous, and then the girls are like trying to, you know, be all pouty about him being famous now, or sort of famous. It is pretty privileged, but I mean, I'm gonna have to be real with you, Liberty. I fully understand that the difference between a man's message being listened to a lot of times is whether women find him attractive or not. Frankly, if they don't find him attractive, they're not going to listen to him. If they do find him attractive, he has a much better chance of being heard. But, you know, that's just what it is. I don't bitch about it. I just understand these realities, and I work within it, and it is what it is. But yeah, no, it was how he looked. It was what he was. They, you know, like, oh my God, this guy. It just turns into a whole thing. Because it's, you know, it kind of it. I'll say it like this. I've heard some women describe it as, you know, being desperate. Like, oh dang, why are my sisters always so desperate for attention? Soon as there's a young guy that says that he likes trans women, that's actually, like, you know, hot or whatever, you know, they want the world from him, and the expectations go through the roof. And, you know, they were heaping unrealistic expectations on this guy that just said, yeah, I like fucking trans women. That doesn't mean he wants to be Martin Luther King of trans-amorous men. That doesn't mean he wants to actually delve into all this political shit and all this other junk. It was just like, he's just a guy who likes sex, like so many guys do, which is why I went on that rant in my last live stream, in my last show, about men who just, you know, men who just want sex. But just because they want sex and nothing else doesn't mean they're bad guys. That's where I'm at with it. Like I feel like men can be valid even if they don't want relationship. You don't have to want to marry every girl in the trans community to be valid. That's my opinion. Nope. Okay, where's this guard? Of course, he's right down there. Where's okay? There we go. But yeah, so I'm sorry, Chris. Have you ever thought of amateurs? Yep. So that, yeah. So yeah, I really jumped on it, and you know, I've been online defending Tristan, not only on my podcast but on Twitter, and I've been combating people, you know, who are just trying to be, you know, just fucking like there are just some sad, hateful individuals in this world, and there are just people that want to spread nothing but negativity because they're unhappy with the way their life is, and it's just like I'm not really here for it. And I've talked about this before on my show, like, yo, nothing gives you the right to be a shitty person. Like, nothing gives you a right to be a shitty human towards somebody else. You just don't have a right to do that. You don't have a right to be negative to somebody who hasn't done anything but, you know, but be positive. Like, he's a positive, open-minded guy, and you're shitting on him because some people are just A, unhappy with their lives, B, they don't like men, or, you know, C, it's like all fucking attention whory in a sense where it's like, you know, men should not have attention. I want the attention. And it's just like, motherfucker, for what? Like, all of this shit should be going in a direction where we're trying to remove the stigma related to cisgender heterosexual men dating transgender women. At least that's what the fuck I'm here for, and I feel like the community should be here to work with men to help remove that stigma. But, you know, more guys being open and more guys being supported does help remove that stigma. I'm just here to remove the stigma and normalize, you know, romance with trans women and all that shit. Like, I just don't see an issue with that. But, you know, it seems like everybody's got different objectives and purposes and shit. But I don't know Jimmy Smacks or Stacks. I think was that the rapper that was driving with like Mia Isabella or something like that? Liberty. It was some rapper that was driving with Mia Isabella. If y'all don't know who Mia Isabella is, she's a porn star. We got what we need. Transgender porn star. She's been around for quite a while. That's the one that Tyga was cheating on Kylie with. And I'm looking at him like, nigga, you stupid as fuck. Like, I would pick Mia Isabella over Kylie Jenner any day. Oh yeah. Well, I would give Mia Isabella a fellatio too. I mean, good for him. Well, yeah, but I'm not gonna lie though. Now on some grimy, nasty shit, I have to be honest. I'm not really the biggest person on. I'm not Mr. Big Dick guy. Like, I don't need my trans woman to have this gigantic, like, you know, 10-inch monster. Which, if y'all don't know, Mia Isabella is packing for real. Like, lethally packing. So it's just one of them situations where I'm like, to me, that's just a lot of work. I don't mind a girl that's average or even small, because it's just like, yo, it's easier to fit in my mouth and all that shit. I'm just being real. Oh, great. First one. Oh, she went down quicker, bitch. Come on. Before the police get here. But yeah, yeah, that was crazy though. I really do think Tyga was crazy for you know. I think I don't know. If I was him, I would have picked Mia Isabella over Kylie Jenner any day. So that's just me. But yeah, Jimmy Stacks. I do remember I didn't see the video of him doing anything with her, but I did see the video of them like riding around in a car and shit. But yeah, I don't know. I hope she you know, finds whatever she's looking for with them rapper boys. But you know, just one of them situations. I just believe, you know, people end up looking for love in all the wrong places. You fuck around with entertainers, which is, you know, rappers, athletes. Monogamy is not guaranteed. You know, these are dudes that got women fawning all over them all the time. Plenty of options, young, flush with cash. Monogamy is probably, like, that's just not where you're going to find the greatest husband material. You're probably going to find a whole lot of narcissists, user, and, you know, men who are used to... They got it. Who are used to treating women as disposable objects and possessions. So, you know, but that's kind of the exchange. You get the rich guys, that's what you get with it. You get the comfort and the rich and all the famous, all that other junk, but then you also get infidelity and, you know, motherfuckers don't really give a fuck about you. So, they got to take this one out the rotation. This is some bullshit. Oh, yeah, she's definitely way prettier than Kylie and China. Blac Chyna is a ghoulish figure. I'm sorry. I know, fuck that. I ain't sorry. This is the Men Like Us podcast. I keep it real. So, yeah, no, she's a ghoulish figure. Blac Chyna is definitely gross. Surgery that she had done on her face, the way she's looking now, like, it is not... It's disgusting. I'm gonna just say it's disgusting. That's disgusting, and she is disgusting as well. The way she played that Rob Kardashian boy, damn. Now I have to be honest, I don't know the whole story, so I can back on up off that one. But you know, it seems to me like she took a man who had money and power and was connected to clout, who she probably normally wouldn't even give the time of day. But that just goes to prove that, hey, if you're a man and you got money, your looks matter a whole lot less. There's some ugly motherfuckers with money out there who got some bad chicks. So, tears, what it tears. That's kind of, you know, it's funny for some of those, so I'm going to die a lot in here, just so y'all know, because I never fucking make it out here. But, yeah. I think it's like Cat Williams said. It's like, you know, it's like we don't get nice shit for... Wait, who's got the weapon? Okay, we don't know who's got the weapon. But it's like, you know, we don't get silk sheets just for us. We get that for bitches. Oh, they're making this way easier. Thank God. The fuck out of here. Let me out of here. Normally, I die a lot. And that... Oh, shit. What the fuck? Where's my goddamn... Okay, here we go. Some jerk off is riding my shit. Or did a computer player take my shit? Who took my shit? Oh my God, get the fuck out of here, goddamn bikers. Wow, really? A computer player took my fucking vehicle. Oh, that's a new. Okay. Shit. Sorry, y'all. Yeah, China is masculine. Nothing against masculine women, but she definitely is. Um, yeah, she is masculine. But I mean, you know, look, she's on her, you know, survival shit. Like she's a, you know, social climate, trying to use whatever she can to, you know, she's a hustler. At the end of the day, China's a hustler, and she's got to do what she can. Cause I remember, what was it? She was trying to she was trying to take on the Kardashian name, and they figured out some way to keep her from being a Kardashian. And I know that was her objective, you know. But there is money in being a Kardashian, even a fake one, really. You know, she gets to carry that Kardashian name that Kim built up from fucking Ray J. But yeah, dang Liberty, I appreciate you jumping on here whenever I'm on the on the game on the PlayStation. Liberty be on all the PlayStation streams and shit. Sadly, on the PS5, they don't have the chat thing on there anymore, so like you can't see the chats come up on the screen like you used to. So that's why I'm getting late to your comments. But how long has this been going for? Let me see if I can check how long this broadcast has been on.
We got what we need, LJ.
Okay. Sorry, it's a PlayStation. It's new. Woo, been doing this for 30 minutes. Yeah, I guess I'll sign out. But yo, Liberty, thanks for joining. Thanks to everyone else for joining. And you know, look, you can watch the rest of my game and shit. I just sit on here and talk some real shit. Ain't that many people that watch, so I keeps it super real. This is not the zone for PC-ness, and this is where I keeps it real and you know, talk that real shit. Whether I offend people or not, that's just what it is. So, but yeah, I will see y'all tomorrow on the regular show. All right, bye Liberty, and bye everybody else who's watching and not commenting. Let's see here.